Every project has one. You know what I'm talking about, that loud voice on the sidelines with all of the opinions and none of the ownership. But what happens when you start managing your project to please them instead of leading your team to deliver? That's the moment you step into the validation trap. And I've seen too many, or I should say, exceptional project managers, including myself, that lost their voice right there. You see, it was week 10 of a on-prem to cloud migration with multiple servers, multiple departments, and one stakeholder who always had something to say, but never showed up. He never came to the meetings. He never read the meeting recaps, but somehow, some way, he always found time to complain about the work his team had to do. He would say things like, my group is overloaded. I don't understand why we're responsible for all of these configurations. But his team had already agreed to those exact deliverables during the planning session. And it was in every single meeting recap that I sent out, which his email address, of course, was included, but failed to read. So instead of defending every decision, I tried something different. See, my mom would always tell me, son, you have to pick and choose your battle. You can't fight every battle. So what I did is I pulled his team aside and asked, are you letting your manager know that this migration work is something your department already committed to? They looked at each other. Then one of them said, he doesn't really read the meeting recaps. We just try to manage it ourselves. That's when it clicked. I was giving energy to someone who wasn't even in the game. Therefore, the next time he questioned the plan, I said calmly, of course, with a smile, I completely understand your concerns. This work aligns with what your team agreed upon in the scope. If priorities have changed, I'll need that direction documented. Silence. No back and forth. No argument. Just quiet. Oh, well, okay. We'll stick with the plan that you came up with. You see, the noise stopped. The team got back on track. And that's when I learned that the loudest opinions usually come from the sideline. They talk most because they risk the least. And honestly, it's not just projects. I've made episodes here where people comment or DM me saying, you're wrong. I'm blocking you. And then I check their profile. No content, no video, nothing. See, I admire opinions. I really do. But bring value, not insult. See, it's easy to critique someone from the stands. It's harder and far more rewarding to actually get on the field and play. See, that experience reminds me that leadership isn't about being the loudest voice. It's about being the most intentional one. When you start filtering out noise, you realize most distractions don't come from bad people. No, it's not bad people out there doing that. They come from misplaced energy.